Hey guys, it's Heather from Kell Plan, and this week we are doing a how to plan series where I'm going to be each day showing you how to use one of our planners to plan a life you love. We're going to be starting out with our regular planners like our dated vertical and dashboard planners, but then each day we're going to dive into other planners that we offer, like our reading planner, our self-care planner, our family life planner, our gratitude planner, our faith planner, and even our budget planner that hasn't even released yet. Each day we're going to be diving into different options that we have to help you plan a life you love. So come back every day this week for a video. I can't wait to teach you how to plan. Let's go get started. All right, for the first video in our How to Plan series, we are going to be talking about just regular planning. This video is going to be great for those of you who have no desire to have more than one planner, or those of you who want to have a catch-all for all of the important things in your life, and then break out other things like self-care, family life, reading, and things like that into other planners. So in our regular dated planners, we offer two layouts. We offer a vertical layout and we offer a dashboard layout. The dashboard layout is great for those of you who need a little more flexibility because you have a whole left blank page that you can set up however your week might need it. And then you have boxes over here for each day of the week. Our vertical spread has 3 boxes for each day of the week that go across the page. You do not have to decorate these planners. I love decorative planning. That's kind of the point of my business. The decorating and the creative outlet is what brings me back to my planner every single week. But you don't have to decorate it. If you look at this and you're like, I am not into stickers, but I just need to plan my life, there's nothing wrong with just grabbing a planner, grabbing a pen, and writing your plans right on the page. You don't have to be decorative. But in these videos, I am going to be showing a decorative element to it. So I went ahead and did these spreads ahead of time because I didn't want to spend time in this video decorating the spreads. I really wanted to spend time in this video teaching you how to use these planners to plan a life you love outside of the decorating. So once you have your planner decorated, you'll kind of learn as you go the different things that you like in your planner. So like for me, when it comes to stickers, in a vertical layout, I love having some dot stickers over here for my priorities for the week. I love having checklists. I love to mark off things on a checklist. So I like to put those on a few random days. I love doing a top 3, which is what this is for. I'll write top 3 in this box and then number it 1, 2, 3. And then I like to put important events and things to do in colorful boxes just to make them stand out. I've been doing this for many, many years. So as the years have gone through, I've just kind of learned what kind of stickers I like in my vertical planner. Same for my dashboard planner. I've kind of learned that on the days that I'm working, which is Monday, Tuesday, Friday, I like to have colorful boxes that make it stand out. On the days that I'm not working, I tend to have checklists because I still work on those days. I just don't work all day long. So it's more like these are the things I need to get done when I can get them done. And then the left side, I like to just set up, honestly, I set it up differently every single week. It just kind of depends on the week. For this particular layout, I put a long checklist in 2 big boxes. So now that it's kind of set up and decorated, what I want to talk to you about is how to plan. And this is if you're using these planners as like your main catch-all planner. This is maybe your only planner. And even if it's not your only planner, it is your main planner that helps you plan your life as a whole. So one thing I love doing, especially if you're new to planning, is giving you guys questions to ask yourself before you start writing in your planner, because this will help you to really figure out exactly what you want to write, especially if you're new, because it can be hard to figure out what to write in your planner that will really help you to actually plan. So we're going to do the top 5 questions to ask when planning. I'm going to do planning and fun lettering your week. Okay, and then we're going to do 5 questions. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these 5 questions are going to help you figure out what to write in your planner. So I'm going to be filling this out. First, we'll do vertical. If we have time, we'll do the dashboard too. But I'm actually going to fill out my planner as we answer these questions. So the first question that you should ask yourself when you're planning out your week is, what are my top priorities for the week? So what are my top priorities for the week? And then you have to decide where in your planner those top priorities make the most sense for you to write them. That's not really something I can tell you. I can give you ideas and hints and like how I do it, but your brain might work a little bit differently. So you kind of have to decide for yourself where in your planner makes sense for you to write your top priorities. Maybe you like to write them at the top of every single day. Maybe you like to write them over here. Maybe you like to have a top 3 on certain days, like I'm going to do over here. So I'm going to put top 3, 1, 2, 3, top 3, 1, 2, 3. I also want to tell you that when we get through these 5 questions, that doesn't mean that everything for your whole week is already going to be written in your planner. This is just what I would do when I first sit down to fill out my planner at the beginning of the week. So for me, I like to put my top priorities over here in the sidebar. Usually I do 5 or 6 top things that have to get done this week. And if they don't get done this week, I'm going to be very stressed out. But if they do get done, then I feel like it's been a successful week. So this is kind of like a fake week that I'm planning for because this is next year. This is the end of December / beginning of January. But I'm just going to kind of fill this out, kind of guessing what might be my top priorities this week. So I'm going to put away Christmas, finalize Q4 tax, Q4 payout for my business needs to happen this week. I'm going to do we're going to have bills because it's the beginning of the month. So I'm going to put pay bills. And then I'm going to put organized closets because I feel like this would be a good week for me to organize my kids' closets. Okay, so those are my top priorities for the week. Some of these are business. These are business ones. Some of them are personal. So just what are my top priorities? Because I'm writing this as if I'm someone who's only using this one planner. So it's both work and business. My second question is, what deadlines, appointments, events do I have? And go ahead and fill those in. So we have church on Sunday. So I'm going to write church. We're going to have date night on this Friday. So I'm going to write date night. We have an OIT appointment on this Thursday. So I'm going to write OIT appointment. And then because it's like a holiday week, I feel like I don't really have any deadlines and meetings. But I would go ahead and fill those in if I did. And then down here, I am going to put, we'll have a New Year's Eve party at 8. All right. So go ahead and fill in weeks that are on holiday. You'd probably have more deadlines, appointments, and events. That way you have them in your planner ready to go. The next question is, how can I balance personal, professional, and self-care needs? it can be really easy to let your planner fill up with personal and professional things, and you don't have your self-care in there. So I have a date night here, which I personally consider self-care. I'm going to squeeze in a manicure over here on Tuesday, because I also consider that self-care. And then I am going to put in, we have gymnastics. Oh, I forgot we have gymnastics this day. That should go with number 2. What appointments and events do we have? Gymnastics. I'm gonna put me time down here. So this question is really encouraging you to find time for self-care during the week too, and not, because so far we've kind of looked at personal and professional, and then this is reminding you to put in some self-care time too. Next question is, what challenges might come up this week? This is something to think about, because you can go ahead and start pre-planning for how to overcome those. So right off the bat, I know Amelia doesn't have school this week. We probably won't have our sitter much this week, because it's, if at all, because it's a holiday week. So we're gonna be going stir crazy. That's what challenge is gonna come up. I already know. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill in some, like a play date. So let's try and we're gonna get Amelia a play date on Thursday, and we're gonna get her a play date on Monday. Of course, if I was really filling this in, I would probably already have those scheduled, but I'm filling this in way in advance. So that's why I'm like, we're going to get it. But just thinking about other challenges that might come up this week, I probably am going to have a hard time getting work done, because we aren't going to have our sitter with this being a holiday week. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this Friday as a work day for me. And that means I can go ahead and tell Matthew, like, hey, we don't have a sitter this day. I have to work. I can go ahead and plan for this being a work day for me. And then he is probably honestly going to want a work day on Monday, so that he can finish up anything before the end of the year. So I'm going to put Matthew work, so that I can plan to be with the kids this day, since our sitter can't come. So those are challenges that we're going to face this week. Your challenges are obviously going to be different, but just going ahead and thinking about the challenges and making a plan for those. And then the 5th one is, where can I make space for downtime? And maybe you can't. Maybe you have a crazy busy week and you don't have space for downtime. Looking here, I already have a little bit of downtime with a date night and a manicure and some me time, and then play dates with my kids. So I feel like in this particular week, I already have that already in here. So I don't really have to worry about it. Now, one thing I'm going to do now that I've answered all of these questions is I'm going to go back to those top priorities that I have for this week. When I put these over here, off the top of my head, I didn't necessarily know when I was going to do them. I just knew that these were important and they needed to get done this week. So now that I have kind of filled in all of the other things we have going on, appointments, things like that, I have a better idea of when I can get these done. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say, let's put away Christmas on Tuesday. Let's pay bills on Thursday. So I'm just going to put pay bills as one of the top 3 things that I need to get done. We need to do our Q4 payout. The bank will be closed here, so we'll do it. That can be one of our top 4 things here, which means I need to pay our quarterly tax, but the money's not going to go through until probably Friday. So I'm going to put quarterly tax over here on Sunday, because that's this one right here. And then organize closets, I'm going to do that on Saturday. So now I've gone back to those things that are priorities to me, and I have found places in our busy schedule where I can put them. Now, obviously, this whole planner is not set up and completely ready to go, because I still have space to plan out other things. But by answering these questions, I at least have all of the important things planned out and ready to go and in my planner. So I am now ready to use this planner and to dive in based on this week. So I'm really, really pleased with how that turned out. And then this is my work planner. You could use this planner for home too, but you basically would fill this in answering the same questions. So, but it would look different where you fill it in. So I might come here. What are my top priorities for the week? I may put the same priorities because again, I'm filling this in as if this is my only planner. So pretend like I haven't already done it in the other planner. So I might come over here and I put top priorities. And then I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to put away Christmas. Finalize Q4 taxes. Q4 payout. Pay bills. Organized closet. Okay, so I've answered the first question of my top priorities. What deadlines, appointments, and events do I have this week? So again, I can come in here and I can say we have church at 10. One thing I like to do with the dashboard is if it's an important event that's not necessarily taking up the whole day, I like to put it in this upper spot just so that I can remember. Gymnastics at 10. I just realized this is a different week from what I'm filling out in the other planner. That's okay. I'm going to put date night down here. And then this would actually be our OIT appointment this week. OIT appointment. This would be Amelia is back at school. So I'm going to put Amelia's school. That's her first day back after the break. And then we're going to have a live Q&A for Patreon on this day. So that's another event. All right. I think this is pretty good. I think we have a release this day. I think this is our first release of 2025. So we'll put release day here. All right, so that is the second question of what deadlines, appointments, and events do I have. I went ahead and filled that in. How can I balance personal, professional, and self-care needs? So this is where I could come in. I have date night, which I personally think is some self-care. I think here we could put in like a pedicure. And then maybe here I could do a coffee date with my sister. That would be nice. Some me time with my sister. Okay, and then next, what challenges might come up this week? I mean, I'm going to be really, really busy with work this week, but I'm also going to have my sitter back, which is going to be nice. Amelia's going to go back to school this week. So honestly, off the top of my head, I don't know what challenge, because this is still so far away. This is January. I'm filming this in September. I don't know what challenges might come up this week. But this is also for work. So I could come over here because I have all of this space and I'm going to fill in things I need to film this week. That's what I'm going to use this for. I'm going to fill in things that need to be filmed. Down here, I'm going to do product, YouTube, Instagram. And then I think I'm going to use this and separate the boxes. All right. And then I could take some of these priorities and put them over here and fill them in. But I would more than likely be filling in things that I'm doing for work just because I use this planner for work, this layout. But that kind of just shows you how to start filling it in based off of these questions. So I hope this video helps you to really get a grasp of how to use these dated planners and how to plan your week. And then come back for more videos this week. We're going to dive into other planners that we offer that dive into other areas of your life besides just like this is what I call a catch-all, all of the important things. This week, we're going to be diving into how to plan using some of our other planners. So come back to check that out. If you like this video, I hope you hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button, and happy planning.